The air is thick with anticipation and desperation, a metallic tang mixing with rain-soaked turf and fried onions. Every sense is heightened as the crowd gathers, drawn by the promise of glory or the sting of heartbreak. The night is alive with the hum of expectation, the distant echo of chants, and the shuffling of feet on slick concrete. Here, under the relentless drizzle, hope and anxiety mingle in the breath of every supporter. Under the floodlights, every bead of sweat glistens. The crowds roar, a living wave that lifts and threatens to drown. Players feel the weight of thousands of eyes, each movement magnified, every mistake or moment of brilliance echoing through the stands. The energy is electric, a current that surges from the pitch to the terraces and back again. This is football, a weekly pilgrimage, a shared religion, a symphony of hope and fear. Generations unite in ritual, voices rising in unison, hearts pounding in time with the game. For many, these moments are woven into the fabric of life, a tradition passed down and fiercely protected. On the touchline, the manager paces like a caged lion. Substitutes live every moment from the bench. Every decision, every gesture is scrutinized, as the fate of the team hangs in the balance. The tension is palpable, a silent battle fought in glances and clenched fists. The pitch is a scarred canvas, the ball a vessel for dreams and dread. Each blade of grass tells a story of struggle, of moments lost and won. The ground remembers every slide, every fall, every desperate lunge for victory. Supporters, wrapped in club colours, are the 12th man, their voices a constant soundtrack. Their passion is unwavering, their belief unbreakable, fueling the players and filling the night with song. Win or lose, their loyalty never falters. For Northwood Rovers, this theatre has often been a stage for despair, hope withering before the final whistle. The pain of defeat lingers in the empty seats and silent corridors, a reminder of dreams deferred and battles lost. Yet the faithful keep coming, enduring defeat and waiting for the floodlights to shine in celebration, not interrogation. They return season after season, believing that one day joy will outshine despair and the theatre of dreams will finally live up to its name. Northwood Rovers were never giants. Their history is written in grit and stubbornness, not trophies. The club is the town's heartbeat, its spirit forged in local industry and passed down through generations. Yet, success remained elusive. Heroic cup runs ended in defeat. League campaigns fizzled out. Fans became experts in glorious failure. The typical Rovers tag a badge of both pride and frustration. As decades passed, the club felt stuck in time, struggling just to survive. The shadow of modest history grew longer, and the town waited for a spark to break the cycle. The decline that had haunted Northwood Rovers for years finally spiraled out of control in the 2018-19 season. Losses mounted week after week, and hope seemed to drain from the club with every passing match. The stands, once alive with cheers, now echoed with a haunting silence, as if the very soul of the club was slipping away. Off the pitch, a financial storm raged. Unpaid bills stacked up, wages went missing, and the threat of closure loomed larger than ever before. The club teetered on the edge, with bankruptcy just one bad week away. But Northwood Rovers was never just a business. For generations, it had been the beating heart of the town, a place where memories were made, friendships forged, and dreams chased. The thought of losing it was unthinkable, a silence that would echo through every street and home. Desperate to save their beloved club, fans organized bucket collections, bake sales, and community fundraisers. Scarves were sold, flyers handed out, and every spare coin was counted. But the mountain of debt was simply too high, and the odds felt insurmountable. On the field, players soldiered on despite going unpaid for months. The weight of uncertainty hung over every training session and match. Relegation became inevitable, sealing their fate and deepening the gloom. Dropping down the divisions meant shrinking crowds, dwindling revenue, and a vicious cycle of despair. Each empty seat was a reminder of what was being lost. The local newspaper's headline, "The End," captured the fear and heartbreak that gripped the community. It was a question no one wanted to answer. The terraces, once alive with song, now sat in eerie silence. Worried whispers replaced chants, and the future felt more uncertain than ever. Supporting a losing team is one thing. Supporting a team that might vanish forever is another. The pain was raw, the anxiety palpable. Every match felt like it could be the last, a possible farewell to a century of memories, to a way of life. The heartbreak was real. Northwood Rovers, once the pride of the town, now stood on the very brink of oblivion, its future hanging by a thread. The people of Northwood watched helplessly, powerless to stop the slow death of their club. For many, it felt like losing a part of themselves, a loss that would linger long after the final whistle. When hope seemed lost and the club teetered on the edge of obscurity, Julian Croft, a former Rovers midfielder beloved by fans, returned as manager under a bold, fan-led consortium. His arrival was more than a managerial appointment. It was a rallying cry for a community desperate for revival, a symbol that the club's story was far from over. Croft spoke not of miracles, but of hard work, pride, and community. "This club has a heartbeat. My job is to make the players feel it," he declared, igniting a spark in the dressing room. He reminded everyone that success would be earned, not given. He rebuilt not just the team, but the spirit, visiting supporters, holding open training, teaching players the club's history as strength. Croft made sure every player understood the legacy they represented, connecting them to the generations who had come before. "You're playing for everyone in those stands," he told them, his words echoing through the corridors and into the hearts of the squad. The message was clear. They carried the hopes of an entire town. Training was grueling. Egos were left at the door. Every session tested their limits, forging a new sense of discipline and togetherness. The players learned to trust each other, to fight for every inch. Croft assembled a squad of misfits and journeymen, hungry to prove themselves. Many had been overlooked elsewhere, but here they found purpose and belonging, united by a common goal. He demanded resilience, commitment, and unity. Every player was expected to give their all, not just for themselves, but for the badge and the people who believed in them. The transformation began off the pitch, with belief and discipline. Croft fostered a culture where every detail mattered, from punctuality to preparation, building a foundation of respect and trust. Croft was more than a manager, he was the architect of hope. His vision extended beyond tactics. He inspired belief in a brighter future, both for the club and the community. The foundations of a comeback were laid, brick by painful brick. Every setback was met with resolve, every small victory celebrated as a step forward. The town sensed a change. The club's heartbeat grew stronger. Streets buzzed with anticipation, and hope returned to faces that had long forgotten how to dream. Northwood Rovers were ready to fight again, united by a renewed sense of purpose and the unwavering support of their community. The new season began with a gritty, hard-fought win, 3 points that felt like gold. Croft's Rovers were organised, relentless, and tough to beat. Winning ugly became their trademark. The team's core, veteran keeper Miles, defender Carter, tireless striker Scott, embodied Croft's philosophy. The Forge became a fortress, the fans' belief growing with every match. Dramatic late winners and defiant stands replaced old anxieties. A last-minute penalty against rivals sent the crowd into delirium. This team was different. Setbacks came, but heads never dropped. Losses fueled renewed determination. Croft kept them grounded. Remember relegation, let it fuel you. The memory of failure became their greatest strength, uniting players, manager and fans. Northwood Rovers were forging a new steel together. By spring, hope had become belief. Northwood Rovers were in the promotion race. The town's mood rose and fell with the team. The players moved as one, forged by shared struggle. Scrappy wins gave way to moments of real quality. Confidence and swagger grew. They expected to win, not just hoped. Down 2-0 to a rival, they clawed back for a 2-2 draw, proof they refused to give up. That result sent shockwaves through the league. Northwood didn't know when they were beaten. The belief was palpable in the streets and stands. Fans dared to dream of the title. For the first time, I went to games knowing we'd win, said one fan. Croft gave them more than a team. He gave them back their pride. The fairy tale was within reach. It all came down to the final day. Wynn and Northwood were champions. The Forge was sold out, the town awash in blue and white, nerves electric. Inside, the noise was deafening. Every pass, every tackle met with a roar. The first half ended goalless, tension mounting. The second half brought desperation. Chances missed, rivals winning elsewhere. The crowd grew restless, songs tinged with panic. Croft remained calm, urging his players on. As the clock ticked past 80 minutes, hope was fading. The fairy tale teetered on the edge of heartbreak. But belief lingered, and the town held its breath. Everything rested on a single moment. Time was running out. In the 87th minute, persistence paid off. A hopeful ball, a deflection, and Jamie Scott, exhausted, struck. The stadium fell silent as the ball flew, then erupted as it nestled in the net. Years of frustration vanished in a single, explosive roar. Scott was buried by teammates. Croft allowed himself a rare celebration. The final minutes were agony. Every clearance cheered like a goal. When the whistle blew, Northwood were champions. Fans poured onto the pitch, tears and joy mingling. "You've given us our club back," an old man told Captain Carter. The goal was more than a goal. It was a moment of collective catharsis for the entire town. Today, Northwood Rovers thrive, the Forge renewed, a new stand name for Julian Croft. The real change is in the town's spirit. Pride and confidence have replaced old anxieties. The story of Scott's goal is legend, the misfits now heroes. The team proved that unity and belief can overcome any obstacle. Northwood's rise is a lesson in resilience and the power of community. As Croft said, this isn't the end, it's the beginning. For Northwood Rovers, the heartbeat is stronger than ever. Their story just getting started.